Hey, so I was gonna do like a really drawn out Facebook essay about this, but I think it's just easier if I try to explain it. I'm really buzzy about this book called Reinventing Organizations, which proposes that humanity over time has built organizations based on our levels of consciousness, how high we can think about the factors that are around us. And his argument is that in today's world, we can no longer, of course, live in these sort of corporate structures, but you can't solve the issues of corporate structures if you're living the same consciousness that built them. So by changing the way you think about organizations and what they are, you can actually dismantle them, and then we can slowly progress into societies that are smaller, self-sufficient, again, and actually don't divorce themselves from the natural flows of weather and environment and space. What happened is over years humanity has learned how to protect ourselves better, and what we first did is we tried to find people that were stronger than us, that could be like the big Goliath with a rock, protecting other people, and we would, give them food or whatever to have that responsibility over us. And then over time, we learned how to build bigger versions of that, which developed into governments and churches, in which people would follow conventions, and those roles and those functions would be uniform, and you can actually create cities and bigger environments for people to live in safely. And then we moved on and had the Enlightenment, in which we learned that you can divorce the actual person, the king, from what the king can do, and develop these machine-like organizations like corporations, and get things done faster and better. And then recently we had this like 60s, 70s green consciousness, in which we think, well, no, humanity is like a family. We have to take care of each other, and there are things that are also important, like living in tandem with the environment, with the community, and how all these things impact each other. And this new consciousness, which is so exciting, is about the fact that organizations don't need to really be in organizations, they just need to know what their purpose is. Maybe their purpose is just creating shoes, or just creating a link between two insurance companies, for instance. And you don't need to have titles. You don't need to have someone who's like the assistant director manager. All you need to do is have that purpose of that role outlined, so that anybody can fill in and anybody can jump in and do this. And what this is proposing is the democratization of information, which we still haven't quite done. We have the internet, but we haven't learned how to do this thing where we lower our ego and are able to just provide information for all. Because even in co-ops, like what I often see is that there's somebody that hoards the information for themselves in order for them to still be important in the organization. They might not tell you exactly how this filing system works, or exactly how to turn off the lights, because they want to have the purpose that you have to go to them to have that used. So what Reinventing Organizations is proposing is that you just have the information of like how this works, and that anybody anytime can come and actually do it. And instead of having long drawn out meetings and trying to find consensus, what you do is the people that are interested in fulfilling this purpose, of whatever that purpose is, go and ask for advice and have rounds of advice. And I just think this is huge, because we're living in a time where something like an iceberg the size of Delaware is breaking off from Antarctica, and we feel like we can't do anything because our organizations are just so huge and ridiculous, and so hard to actually do the things that we need to do, things that have real purpose. And I think if we start to follow this consciousness, we can divorce ourselves from the purpose and just see the purpose as what it is. It doesn't matter if I'm the assistant manager, director. I can just have this goal and make sure that the goal gets done, and still feel like I'm a part of everything. So this is my little manifesto, and I think everyone should read this book, and it's really cool. So here's some links, and let's try to change our perception and change what we think our future should be. Does it have to be organized in this way?